Baby doll, do you want to know what you are? You are a packet of premium blueberries. You weigh 170 grams and you are freshly washed and you will be consumed shortly. This is the HEX chart. HEX is pumping. This is HEX from Ethereum, otherwise known as eHEX. We're going to go through some juicy information today about HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX, which is Real DeFi. This is a weekly chart. I have zoomed in. Yes, let's go look at the real picture. We can even change it to a regular. I love you guys. I love you guys. We got a long way to go, but I think it's interesting to share this with you, okay? This weekly candle, 100% in a week, it erased 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it went back 10 weeks, and we have one more little burst up if we could get it. Another 50%. I know it's 50%. But yes, when you're down this much, it doesn't take much to move it up 50%. If we can get there, we go back and we can go through the SEC, the corrupt SEC damage to the Richard Heart ecosystem. This is the candle we need to clear. And boy, do we have some juicy information for you, friends. We're actually going to crank it. We're cranking it. I don't care what you say. I know what you're going to do, by the way. I know what you're going to do, friends. You're going to go to the top and you're going to go, wait a minute. We dropped minus 99.46%, and now we're up at 2x. We are still down minus 98.88%. Yeah, I know. That's the game, friends. That's the game. I didn't say it was going to be easy. I just said, well, I'm holding for a certain period of time to see what happens. That's the main objective here. If you go look at Bitcoin, which we are looking at right now, $29,600. If we're looking at Ethereum, Ethereum isn't moving that much. If you want to see basically how Ethereum's doing, friends, just look at the ETH BTC chart. ETH BTC down to 0.054. Interesting, what's been happening is Bitcoin has been gaining on Ethereum, but altcoins, they don't seem to be lagging or dying at all. It just seems, from my perspective, that the market was positioned hyper bullish on Ethereum last year and this year. And I've been telling you that. Ethereum is going to go through its third cycle curse. There are just too many people bullish on it. So another way to look at it is these people who would have bought in 2024 and 2025, they've all bought in 2023 when there's a lot of bear market dump pressure. So I know you see like, wait a minute, you're telling me all those people who would have bought Ethereum, most of them are already in. Yes, they are. But they couldn't push the price up because everybody else who got in before them is happy to dump on their faces because Bitcoin is not going up as much. So that's why when we explore HEX, PulseChain, PulseX, which is Real DeFi, there's opportunity. We don't have a third cycle curse to worry about. We don't have people positioned long for these. Everybody's out. That's what you want. I know it's easier said than done, right? I want to remind you as well, there's a new website, hexchart.com. You go to hexchart.com and that's it. And you go on the right-hand side, you can just change it to regular or logarithmic. I know you like the log, friends. And you'll be able to see the full price history. I think it's really important just to get an idea of where your long trades, because look, you can't trade off the past, but the thing to keep in mind is when people buy, if people are buying here, sometimes if the price retraces and then they discover there's an earlier price history, they get scared because then they think, oh my gosh, there's people dumping before me. No, just chill out. That's why it's important that you see the history from the start so you know what you're getting yourself into if you are to purchase. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. Go buy bonds and go listen to a financial advisor out there. They'll probably tell you sell all your crypto. We didn't care about that. That's why you like, subscribe, belly button, or we shock the algorithm. It's a family-friendly show. And here I am promoting a lot of it, friends, just to let you know. So you can buy Pulse, you can buy HEX, you can buy eHEX or pHEX. You can get it on PulseChain. You can get the DEX PulseX to help accompany you with that. This is Mr. Coffee, by the way, friend of the channel. And first, I'm just going to show you this price chart. This is how it just happened. Look at this. They just start moving up. Okay. Where's the prediction, friends? See, beforehand, it's like, where's the indicator that said we're just going to go up vertically? There isn't. The only indicator is time. Okay. Now, careful marketing words. So all the PulseChain, HEX, and PulseX community and ink lovers and everybody else too. All right. I chose these words on purpose. Okay. I told you in my videos and posts, I was going to do this as soon as we started moving up. And this is what I've done. Everybody wants a reason why HEX is rallying, or PulseChain or PulseX or any coin. People want to know the reason. Why? There is no reason, man. The reason is, that's it. The weak hands are out, strong hands are pushing up. That's it. That's what it comes down to. The emotional cycle is pushing it. But what's the reason we're going to give everybody? Because you can't tell people that. They don't care. They walk away. You tell them, HEX is rallying because the market is hungry for real DeFi. The market is now pricing in real DeFi. PulseChain's also real DeFi. You can buy eHEX, pHEX on PulseX, which is real DeFi. It's funny, I know. It's funny to us, but it works. It's effective. When people come in and they go, why is it going up? Why is it going up? I had a friend, literally, one of my friends, my friend Charlie, literally just called me and he said he heard a rumor the HEX was rallying because of the HEX staking system so that you don't need to move off PulseChain back to Ethereum to do your eHEX stake. That's what he said to me. And I said, Habib, it's crazy because we invented that. Like I did anything. We invented that like 2 or 3 months ago. You didn't, this is not a new thing, but it's interesting. See, he's outside of the bubble, friends. He's outside of the bubble and the whispers he hears out there, ooh, eHEX is rallying because of a new update. No, bro, the update came 3 months ago. So I said, we're rallying, that's it. We just sold off too much, that's it. Markets move up and down. But we're going to change that today. You can't just say markets move up and down. No one cares. Real DeFi. People are seeing the KYC in MetaMask, fake DeFi Metaswap. People are seeing the fake DeFi Uniswap's KYC implementation. People are seeing it. We know it's coming. So people want to price in real DeFi. I also have a joke here. People want to know, why are we going up? Now, one of my friends actually thought this was real. I knew this was going to happen. Just chill out. All right. Cointelegraph did a fake post because one of their interns said that the Bitcoin ETF was approved. The Roca Negra one was approved. And then Bitcoin pumped up. I know there's people out there who don't know this. So I made a joke post saying, breaking news, SEC drops charges against Richard Hart. So I know I have to explain it. By the way, we're going to crank some absolutely... Friends, just going to crank the fucking music. That's it. I've had enough of this. We're absolutely going to crank it. You know, when we're looking at this, I want you to remember something. I knew this point would come. This point in time would come where we are so low, but when the green candle came, instead of people saying this, but I'm not making this up, okay? My friends, 2 friends, I haven't spoken to anybody. I'm here making content for you. Spoken to 2 people, and they both said they're not going to buy HEX here. It's still too expensive. And I'm thinking, bro, we are down minus 98.83%. How are we expensive? And I know what they're looking at. They put it on a daily or 12-hour chart, and they're like, see, look at this thing, man. It just went up 100%. It's up to 2x. It's going to come down a bit. Do you see straight away? People have just completely lost all sense of rationality. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I want you to have hope. Because when we go up, no one's going to be saying, okay, oh my gosh, we have done this many X's from the low, it's too high. No one's going to be saying that. They're going to be going off their emotion and how they think. And this is the thing. Okay, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, they don't want to buy because it's starting to go up. No, that's disbelief. Remember the market cycle of emotions? Here we are right here, the Wall Street cheat sheet. We are in disbelief, okay? Disbelief, you just get this little disbelief on, you start going up. This is a sucker's rally. They don't get excited here. They get excited only when it starts to go mega big. So that's why in this post, by the way, I said I'd like to apply to Cointelegraph for a job. So, we just got to make sure, friends, not through the internet. It's very hard to hear sarcasm and irony and jokes all the time. And this is me as I was posting, and this is as it was happening, okay? So, Mr. Ran Nuna, Ranny Boo, friend of the channel, he has Crypto Banter, very successful show. Ran's very intelligent, man. Ran, friends, let me tell you something about Ran again. I've got to tell you is, don't listen to the people Ran interviews. Ran milked it. Ran's killed it. He's killed. Genius marketer, made like north of 100 million, friends. Marketing. He understands crypto. I'm telling you, if you're listening out here, the only thing Ran does wrong, he does 99% of things right. The only thing he does wrong is he doesn't have a system of a chart where he says, okay, even though I feel really good to buy right now, my system says I have to wait. That's it. Okay, and I could easily give him a system. I could make a system for him in 3 seconds. That's the only thing he does. But guess what? That's what everybody does. Everyone says, man, I love the fundamentals. I'm so excited. Let me get in. And he does get in. It's just that people think, he's doing bad stuff. No, he's not. He's excited, man. He's just Ran's OG. Ran already made the ICO wins. He doesn't need this new stuff. That's why it's harder and harder. But just to let you know, look what rallied, friends. HEX, Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, which some say is a real Bitcoin. Rollbit, a casino coin. Soylana, all right, fans of soy. You see these? This PulseX. You also have PulseChain. Isn't that interesting? Is it interesting? Yes, it is. XRP. Look what I said. Anti-consensus. The Contrarian coins are pumping. It's weird. For some reason, it's just like, Contrarian time. Right? BSV, real or fake Satoshi. Soylana. You have the FTX scandals. PulseChain, HEX. You have the Richard Hart, the corrupt SEC going off. It's just interesting how these things just move. Was there any rhyme or reason? Did anybody tell us this? No. People just said, well, it's all game over and something's going to move. The Bitcoin's going to move because of the ETF. But look what started moving. That's just interesting that these things happen around me. That's why it's so hard. It's literally impossible, not even hard, literally impossible to find someone who consistently predicts this stuff consistently over time. Maybe they'll get a period of 6 to 12 months, they do okay, but then they fade out. That's why you just got to take a long-term view. This is more updates as it happens, okay? The market wants real DeFi. HEX is real DeFi. PulseChain and PulseX, real DeFi. And look what Chad Dad says straight away. Do we have our new narrative developing? Is it true? Could it be? So I've just got to remind you, friends, price moves first. We attach the narrative later. That's why my friend who said to me, I heard there's a new staking update thing for HEX, like a new staking system. See what I mean? The price moved first, and now they're whispering the rumors. But we know the thing was made ages ago. So, we can spend a bit of time now talking about PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX. So, price targets, price zones, where are we going? I know everyone's talking about, is it an ascending wedge? What type of TA triangle? It doesn't really matter. I'm going to put the super trend now live for you on Pulse to see where you have to go. Obviously, this only changes with every new weekly print. Now, PLS right here is almost minus 50% below day one sack. So you are obviously a peanut brain. I love and appreciate you. And where we would flip bullish is we've got to close above day one sack for Pulse, PLS. That would make this line, friends. This is the weekly super trend. There's just not enough prints. If you look at PulseX has a long way to go as well. PulseX is 87% below day one sack. If we put the super trend on that, you can see. Look at this. Doesn't take much to flip it now. Unfortunately, when it flips, you're around 80% below day one sack. So it's 5 zeros and a 2. So 2,000 units. When we go there, and then obviously you're asking, what does that mean? How high we're gonna go? Look, what I want to happen could be completely different to what happens. What I want to happen is the market comes up to day one sack, but I don't think. Looking at the vertical nature of this chart and this capitulation here, I hate to say it, but we're probably lucky. The lucky friends, the first wave. Obviously, I want to go much higher. I know you're about to call me a racist right now, but if we're lucky, we get a 3x. If we're lucky. So now you're down 60% below day one sec. But I just want to remind you, a 3x for Pulse, because remember, they're going to move in together. Because probably the PulseX Pulse ratio is going to be the same. That'll be about 50% above day one sack. That might be enough to get some enthusiasm and confidence back and just continue the whole momentum behind it. You can also look at the PulseX to Pulse ratio, which is right here. It's starting to go sideways. Not much more that we can do. I don't think this thing deviates more than like where it is right now. I have a feeling we just do this, and then eventually end of the bull market we kind of come back. Maybe. That's usually what happens as the big mover, the slow mover, starts to slow down. But we're liquidity bonded. There's psychological impacts here. We've got the buy and burn as well working. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. Also, a lot of people think, the layer one change is going to win forever. Just excuse me. That was 2021. We might have fake DeFi Uniswap implementing more features and other DEXs implementing features, which make everybody think twice about just automatically buying a layer one. Maybe people get excited for DEXs and stuff. I know people are laughing now, but DEXs and swapping and pools and stuff, these can bring a lot of activity to an ecosystem. It's just that we don't have all the products yet. All the products and the linking and the liquidity bonding, it's insane. Like, friends, I know I'm just going to blow your mind out here. Friendtech, for example, we use Friendtech. Imagine Friendtech's system set it up such that you had to bond your little coin with Ethereum. Think about that. You're thinking, okay, what's the significance of that? Well, that means when people come and trade Friendtech, they might be moving in and out of your Ethereum linked pool. And you could even be using routing through a DEX to do that. Okay, now Friendtech is not set up like that, but I'm just giving you an idea. What if this is the future of DEXs and PulseChain in the system right now? What if things are like linked with PulseX and Pulse? You see what I mean? And there's more economic activity going back and forth. If you're moving in and out of, say, the layer 1 coin, well, guess what? That DEX activity could be doing buy and burn. It could be like hosted on PulseX website. So that's just giving you an idea of how the exponential activity and basically the friendship trading back and forth, how it can like amount to an enormous amount of buy and burn pressure over the years. But obviously it's going to take time, not anytime soon. This is the eHEX and pHEX chart. We'll finish off with this, baby doll. So eHEX and pHEX chart, I think it's still wise. Look at Mr. Dipcatcher's website. I think I like this more. This is the combined hex price. At some point though, we have to just both let them go. I think it's important to check where they are always. We're always going to look at this chart, always. But eventually it's going to be enough time where eHEX people, buyers, are different to pHEX people with the ratios. People speculating on the ratios here and there. Eventually, but not now. Oh my gosh, look at the eHEX, pHEX. Let's look at the eHEX and pHEX ratio just so you're going to get an idea of what's happening. Oh wow, we're going up right here. Wow. So eHEX, pHEX, friends. This is the ratio to pHEX, and a lot of people just said it was completely dead. I mean, you look at it, it looks like a big rounding off bottom structure. Look, once I said, I'm just speculating, not financial advice. If I was master of the universe and I wanted to basically give the middle finger to everybody, I'd put eHEX, pHEX ratio to 1.1, 1.2. That's what I would do. I would go do it there. It would make you vomit. You would go back and go watch every one of my videos. You're like, how did I miss it? What was I doing, right? But also what I would do it is, why? So it's not just for me. So I don't care if this thing just goes sideways forever. All right, we don't really care at all. Right? But if someone or an entity, right, or a duck would push eHEX, pHEX to a premium, what it could do is send the signal to people that the next time eHEX went down, you're gonna have people who buy it. They believe in the whole ecosystem. They understand things more. They're using PulseX to trade and to do these types of things. So that's just something to think about. It's food for thought. We don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, look, this thing could just stay sideways for quite a long time. Also, a quick mention, PulseChain doing 20 million of volume almost is fantastic to see. So where do you think the price is going to go to? Obviously, all we can do is guess. I think it's just very relevant. Okay, so just so you know for yourself, total hex, so combined hex, it's about 1.5 cents total hex. The all-time median is 2.8 cents, so about another 2x from here. And then the all-time average is about 6.5 cents, so what, 4x from here? So 2x to 4x from here just to get to the average. Like, we're so far below. That's a long distance. We've come a long way. And if you'd like to see, we were at, 6.55, around 5 cents is where we were after we settled from the initial launch of PulseChain. The top, that might be a euphoria moment, about 12 cents. So that might be the next target, another 2 to 4x, which is also interesting. If you go back, another like 2 or 3 or 4x would put Pulse above day 1 sack, and it would return to the pre-SEC moment, which is around here. If we get there, that would mean to me, okay, the market's like, the corrupt SEC damage, you are now done, and now we're going to start to price in other things into the future. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all friends. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Tell mom and dad, eHEX ain't as dead as they thought. See you soon.